She died in the fire. Age 6. The Air Force buried an empty casket. 5 years later, a child's voice crackled over military radio, "This is Ghost Rider." F-22 pilots froze mid-flight. The dead don't fly. But Emma Castellano just landed a plane, alone. Before watching full story, comment below from where you watching. Also like and subscribe for more stories. Captain Mike Viper Chen has been flying F-22 Raptors for 12 years. He's seen combat in 3 countries. He's trained the best pilots in the Air Force. Nothing has ever made him freeze at the controls. Until today. Ghost Rider, this is Nellis Tower. You are clear for landing approach, runway 21 left. The voice on the radio is small. Young. A child's voice. But that's not what makes Viper's blood turn cold. It's the call sign. Ghost Rider. That name was retired 5 years ago. Locked away. Never to be used again. Because the pilot who owned it died. And her 6-year-old daughter died with her. Viper's wingman, Captain Sarah Reaper Martinez, breaks radio silence. Her voice shakes. Nellis Tower, did you just say? Ghost Rider? Affirmative, Reaper. Ghost Rider is requesting priority landing. Aircraft is a civilian Cessna 172. Pilot is, stand by for confirmation, pilot is 11 years old. Viper and Reaper lock eyes through their canopies, even though they're flying 500 feet apart. Impossible. Tower, Viper says carefully, Ghost Rider call sign has been retired since 2019. Someone is using it without authorization. The tower controller's voice changes. Get serious. Viper, we know. Base commander is already en route to the runway. The pilot provided classified information that only the real Ghost Rider would know. And Viper, she says her name is Emma Castellano. Daughter of Captain Maria, Ghost Rider, Castellano. The world stops. Emma Castellano died 5 years ago. The whole Air Force attended her funeral. Viper saw the closed casket himself. All aircraft, clear the pattern immediately, tower commands. Ghost Rider has priority. Emergency vehicles are standing by. Viper pulls his F-22 into a hard bank, giving the mystery plane clear airspace. Through his canopy, he sees it. A tiny single-engine Cessna. White and blue. Flying perfectly stable. And somehow, impossibly, a dead girl is at the controls. March 14, 2019, Arizona desert. 6-year-old Emma Castellano sits in the back seat of her mom's car, kicking her feet and humming. Today is special. Mom is taking her to the air base. They're going to fly together for the first time. Emma, baby, you remember the rules? Her mom asks, glancing in the rearview mirror. Seatbelt always on. Listen to instructions. Don't touch anything red, Emma recites proudly. Captain Maria Castellano smiles. She's wearing her flight suit, the one with the patches. The one with Ghost Rider embroidered on the chest. That's my smart girl. Today you'll see what mommy does. You'll see why I love the sky. They never make it to the base. The truck comes out of nowhere. Runs a red light at 80 miles per hour. Hits the driver's side directly. The car flips 3 times. When it stops, everything is silent except for the hissing of the radiator. Emma hangs upside down, held by her seatbelt. Blood drips from her forehead. Everything hurts. Mommy, she whispers. Her mom doesn't answer. Emma can't see her face. Just her hand, hanging limply. Mommy, please wake up. Then Emma smells it. Gasoline. The car is leaking fuel. She remembers her mom's safety lessons. Fire drills at home. Earthquake procedures. Always have a plan. Her small fingers fumble with the seatbelt release. It clicks. She falls onto the roof of the upside-down car. Pain shoots through her arm. Something is broken. But she crawls. Out through the shattered window. Over broken glass. Away from the car. She's 20 feet away when she turns back. "Mommy," she screams. The stranger appears from nowhere. Old man. Rough hands. He grabs Emma as she tries to run back to the car. "No, child. You can't." The car explodes. Emma screams until her voice breaks. The old man holds her tight, shielding her from the heat. When the firefighters arrive 10 minutes later, they find Captain Maria Castellano's body. But they don't find Emma. Because the old man has already carried her away, into the desert, while everyone watches the flames. His name is Robert Chen. Former Air Force mechanic. Dishonorably discharged 20 years ago for reasons he's never discussed. He lives off the grid. No phone. No address. Just a trailer hidden in the Arizona mountains. And now he's carrying an injured child who the world is about to declare dead. Emma wakes up in a strange bed. Her arm is in a homemade cast. Bandages on her head. The room is small. Metal walls. Everything neat and organized. Military organized. "You're awake." The old man sits in the corner. "How do you feel? Where's my mommy?" Emma's voice is tiny. Robert's face softens. Then hardens. Making a decision. "Your mommy is gone, child. The fire, she didn't make it." Emma stares at him. Her brain can't process the words. "But I need to go to her. I need to say goodbye. I need to." "Listen to me very carefully." Robert leans forward. "Right now, the world thinks you died too. The car was burning so hot, they think you were inside. But I wasn't. I got out. You saved me. I know. And here's what you need to understand. I'm going to make a choice for you because you're too young to make it yourself." He pulls out a tablet. Shows her a news website. Air Force captain and daughter killed in tragic accident. Below it, photos. Her mom in uniform. And Emma's school picture from last year. "The funeral is in 3 days," Robert says quietly. "Everyone believes you're dead. Your grandparents, your mom's Air Force friends, everyone. Why would you let them think that?" Emma's crying now. "They need to know I'm okay." "Do they?" Robert asks. "Your mom was the best fighter pilot in the Air Force. She had enemies, people who wanted her dead. What if the truck that hit you wasn't an accident?" Emma goes very still. "What do you mean?" "I mean I was there, child. I saw that truck. It aimed for your car. It accelerated into you. Someone wanted Ghost Rider dead." "You're lying." "I wish I was." Robert shows her another article. "This is the driver. Victor Mendez. He died in the crash too. But guess what? He has connections to foreign intelligence. Your mom was working on classified projects. Someone wanted her gone. Emma's world is collapsing. And if they find out you survived," Robert continues, "you become leverage. You become a target. They'll use you to get information about your mom's work. Or worse, they'll just eliminate the loose end. So what am I supposed to do?" Emma sobs. "Just disappear. Forever." Robert kneels down, looks her in the eyes. "No. You're supposed to survive. You're supposed to get strong. And when you're ready, when you're old enough to protect yourself, then you come back. Then you show the world that Ghost Rider's daughter didn't die. She became something nobody expected. I don't understand. I'm going to teach you everything your mother knew. Everything I learned in 30 years with the Air Force. Everything about flying, survival, tactics. I'm going to make you into someone who can handle the truth when it comes out. Why would you do that for me? Robert's eyes get distant. Sad. Because 20 years ago, I made a mistake. I was part of a program your mom later investigated. Illegal weapon testing. When she found evidence, people tried to silence me before I could testify. They made me disappear instead. Dishonorable discharge. Erased my records. He touches the patches on his old jacket. The same patches Emma's mom wore. Your mom was the only one who believed me. She tried to reopen the case. She was going to clear my name. And then she died. So yeah, someone wanted her silent. And I owe her everything. Emma looks at this stranger. This old man offering something impossible. If I stay dead, she whispers, no funeral. No goodbye. You'll have your goodbye, Robert promises. When you're ready. When you're strong enough to handle what comes after. Emma is 6 years old. Too young for this choice. But she nods. Because somewhere deep inside, she feels it. The same instinct that made her mom a great pilot. Survival first. Revenge later. Robert doesn't let Emma wallow in sadness. He gives her structure. Every morning, physical training. Running in the desert. Building strength. Every afternoon, ground school. He teaches her reading, math, science. But everything connects to aviation. If you're flying at 200 miles per hour and you need to travel 150 miles, how long will it take? Why are we learning this? Emma asks, frustrated. Because your mom knew these things in her sleep. You want to honor her. You become better than good. You become excellent. Every evening, stories about Maria Castellano. Robert knew her slightly from the base. But he researches everything. Finds articles. Videos. Flight records. Emma learns her mom's favorite pre-flight checklist song. Her superstition about always carrying a silver coin. Her habit of drawing a star on her knee before every mission. She wasn't just Ghost Rider the pilot, Robert says. She was Ghost Rider because she flew like she could disappear and reappear anywhere. Unpredictable. Unstoppable. Robert builds something incredible. Using salvaged equipment and old software, he creates a flight simulator in his trailer. Basic at first. Just controls and a screen. This is a Cessna 172, he explains. Smallest, simplest plane. Every pilot starts here. Including your mom. Emma's first flight lasts 3 minutes before she crashes. She cries in frustration. Your mom crashed 40 times in the simulator before she got it right, Robert lies. Maria actually crashed 60 times, but he doesn't want to discourage Emma. By the end of the year, Emma can take off, fly straight, and land without dying. Robert does something crazy. He buys a junked Cessna 172. No engine. Just the frame, controls, and instruments. They rebuild it together in a hidden canyon. We're not making it fly, Robert says. We're making you familiar. Every switch. Every gauge. Every response. When you finally get in a real plane, your hands will know what to do before your brain thinks about it. Emma spends hours in that cockpit. Memorizing. Practicing. Dreaming. Close your eyes, Robert commands. You're flying from Phoenix to Las Vegas. What's your heading? Northwest. Approximately 275 degrees. Wind is coming from the west at 20 knots. Do you adjust? Yes. Compensate by turning 10 degrees into the wind. Good. Now you lose your instruments. How do you navigate? Landmarks. I-15 freeway runs straight to Vegas. Follow it visually. Robert smiles. Your mom would be proud. Engine fails at 4,000 feet. What do? Emma doesn't hesitate. Establish best glide speed. 65 knots in a Cessna 172. Look for flat ground. Airport if possible, road if necessary, field as last resort. Radio mayday with position. Secure cabin, seatbelt, doors unlatched for emergency exit. You're in a spin. Recovery. Pair. Power to idle. Ailerons neutral. Rudder opposite to spin direction. Elevator forward. When rotation stops, level the wings and recover from dive. Robert nods. You're not just memorizing. You're understanding. That's the difference between a pilot and a great pilot. By age 11, Emma Castellano knows things most private pilots don't learn until they have 100 flight hours. But she's never touched a real aircraft. Until today. It's time, Robert says. Emma looks up from breakfast. Time for what? For you to fly. Her heart stops. You mean, really fly? In the air. Robert pulls out keys. I didn't rebuild that Cessna just for practice. I've been secretly restoring the engine for 2 years. It's ready. And so are you. But I'm 11. That's illegal. I can't. You can't get a license until you're 16. That's 5 years away. But that doesn't mean you can't fly. It just means if you're going to do this, we do it smart. We do it right. He hands her a radio headset. Today, you're going to take off from this desert strip. You're going to fly to Nellis Air Force Base. You're going to use your mother's call sign. And you're going to land in front of everyone who thinks you're dead. This is it. 5 years of training. 5 years of being dead. All coming down to this moment. She sees the runway threshold. Reduces power. Maintains glide slope. The ground comes up. She pulls back gently on the yoke. Flares. The main wheels touch down with barely a bump. The nose wheel settles. She's down. Emma taxis off the runway, following the ground cruise signals. When she shuts down the engine, her hands are shaking. She did it. She really did it. The moment Emma opens the cockpit door, she's surrounded. Air Force Security Police. Medics. Base Commander. A crowd of pilots and personnel who heard the impossible story. Colonel Parks steps forward. He's in his 50s. Gray hair. Kind eyes. Emma Castellano. Yes, sir. Do you have any ID? Any proof of who you are? Emma reaches into her pocket. Pulls out the silver coin. Hands it to him. Colonel Parks examines it. His hand shakes as he reads the date. July 15, 2008, he whispers. Maria's wing ceremony. I was there. I gave her this coin. He looks at Emma. Really looks at her. You have her eyes. And her determination. He kneels down to her level. Where have you been, child? Hiding, sir. The man who caused the accident worked for foreign intelligence. Robert Chen saved me and kept me hidden because he believed I was in danger. Robert Chen. We thought he was dead too. He's alive, sir. And he has evidence. About the illegal weapons program. About why my mom was targeted. He's ready to testify if you'll protect us both. Colonel Parks nods slowly. You're going to have to repeat all of this. To investigators. To federal agents. It's going to be a long process. I know, sir. But first, can I ask you something? Anything. Is my grandma still alive? Maria's mom. Park smiles. Yes. She lives in Phoenix. And she's about to get the shock of her life. They bring Grandma Rose to the base. Tell her there's been a development in Maria's case. She arrives expecting bad news. Maybe they found who was responsible. Maybe more heartbreak. Instead, they take her to a private room. Emma waits inside. When the door opens, Grandma Rose sees her. An old woman. White hair. Lines of grief on her face. She stares at Emma. "No," she whispers. "No, you can't be. Grandma, it's me." Rose's legs give out. Someone catches her. Helps her to a chair. "Emma. My Emma. I'm sorry I let you think I was dead. I'm so sorry." Rose reaches out with shaking hands. Touches Emma's face. Real. Solid. Alive. Then she pulls Emma into the fiercest hug. They cry together. 5 years of grief pouring out. "My baby," Rose sobs. "My baby came back. I never left, Grandma. I was just hiding. Learning. Getting ready." "Ready for what?" Emma pulls back. Looks her grandmother in the eyes. "Ready to finish what Mom started. Ready to bring down the people who killed her. Ready to make." Over the next 3 weeks, everything comes out. Robert Chin testifies to federal investigators. He has documentation. Audio recordings. Evidence of the illegal weapons program from 20 years ago. More importantly, he has proof that Victor Mendez, the truck driver, received payments from a foreign shell company 1 week before the accident. It wasn't an accident. It was an assassination. Captain Maria Castellano had discovered that classified weapon designs were being sold to hostile nations. She was days away from reporting it when she died. The investigation explodes into a national security crisis. 4 high-ranking officials are arrested. The program is shut down. And Emma becomes the most famous 11-year-old in America. Dead Girl Flies Again, The Return of Ghost Rider. Child pilot exposes military corruption. Emma Castellano, the girl who came back from death. But Emma doesn't care about fame. She cares about one thing. On a sunny day in April, she stands at Arlington National Cemetery. Her mother's grave has a new headstone. The old one said, "Captain Maria Castellano and daughter Emma. Together forever." The new one says, "Captain Maria, Ghost Rider, Castellano, her daughter lives to carry her legacy." Emma places the silver coin on the grave. "Hi, Mom. I know you can hear me." She kneels down. "I learned to fly. Just like you wanted. And I'm going to keep flying. I'm going to become the pilot you knew I could be." She draws a star on her knee. Ghost Rider isn't dead anymore. I'm carrying the name forward. And everyone who tried to bury the truth. They failed. Because you taught me that the truth is like flying, you can't keep it grounded forever. Emma stands. Salutes her mother's grave. Behind her, 50 Air Force pilots in dress uniform stand at attention. Viper, Reaper, and Colonel Parks at the front. They salute too. For Maria Castellano. And for the daughter who refused to stay dead. He pins the patch to her uniform. The same patch her mother wore. Ghost Rider. The crowd erupts in applause. Grandma Rose cries in the front row. Robert Chin, now pardoned and reinstated with full honors, salutes her with pride. And in the sky above, 2 F-22s perform a flyby. Viper and Reaper. Honoring the legacy. Emma looks up at them. Smiles. Then she whispers what her mom used to say. The sky is big enough for everyone. You just have to be brave enough to claim your space. Ghost Rider has claimed hers. And she's never letting go.